Hello guys, Joker the Fool here, back at it again with another review. This is The Man with No Strings #0. This is another banger comic from Zaid Comics. And if I had to give you my elevator pitch for this book, it would be Red Dead Redemption meets Pinocchio, which is a really doesn't sound like it would work if I said it to you, but I actually do think this does work. This is of course by Phil Diaz with art by Oliver Isabedra, if I'm saying that correctly. And this book is black and white, but we do have a cover in color, and Marcos Martins does the colors on this cover and actually looks fantastic. But like I said, Phil Diaz is the writer on this book, and Oliver Isabedra is the artist. And this is a really, I would say, simple, takes place in the West. You have this man who is like this rough and tumble outlaw, basically gets tasked with taking down this evil puppeteer, and he himself is a puppet, but he doesn't have any strings. And that's really the whole shtick of the story. That's why he's the man with no strings, right? It's a very interesting, I would say, simple plot point, or simple plot. It's got an interesting introduction. This art is absolutely fantastic, but I will say some of the backgrounds can look a little bit complex. The spreads are really good. So Oliver's spreads are absolutely fantastic. This one page spread, and then of course you've got this epic 2-page spread right here. All the panel layouts are really good. I do love how flashy and punchy all of Zaid Comics keeps their panel layout. Of course, Phil does the lettering on this and really wraps it up quite nicely. But stuff like this, the backgrounds can look like a little bit like too much. So like someone like Matt Barr, when I reviewed Rock and Roll Ninja, his backgrounds are extremely detailed, but you can still tell everything that's going on. This, there is a lot going on, and sometimes it can get a little bit lost in all the action. All the character designs are really solid, though. So everything that has to stand out and have that punch and impact does. It's just that when you've got a lot of stuff like this going on, it can feel like there's just a bit too much visual noise rather than everything being sorted out and perfectly presentable to the viewer. But it doesn't make it a bad reading experience. It just makes you something like when you're looking at these pages, you got to kind of like look at it a little bit to really process everything that's going on, which can be maybe a good thing. It helps you slow down the reading experience. But this is, like I said, still art-wise absolutely fantastic. And this is, of course, something I would love to see colored, but I think the black and white vibe does actually work well for this book. It's like you're watching an old Western. And this is, like I said, a really short book, or not like I said, but this is a really short book. It is a #0 issue. Of course, there is the first issue, which is going to be Dead Man's Hands. That's coming soon. And based on reading this, I certainly am compelled with The Man with No Strings, with, like I said, this being like Pinocchio meets Red Dead Redemption, could really be a good ongoing series. Hopefully they do that first issue and there's more, because this is a very short book. I basically flipped through all of it in like 2 minutes or so, and you can read it in about half an hour, if that. So there isn't that much in terms of a solid, like, drawn out, fleshed out plot. This isn't like an epic, like 96-page or 100-page graphic novel. It's a short #0 that introduces a cool story, and it definitely has a good foundation for what could be a really good ongoing series. And definitely, you get like 5 of these issues down the line, wrap these all up in a trade paperback, and you have something that would be really meaty to read. And hopefully we do get there one day. And if you are watching this and this is the only one you can buy on the Zaid Comics website, I would highly recommend you go and check that out. Or if #1 is currently crowdfunding, then I would back that as well. But as for now, #0 is the only one that is currently available to get. If it still is available to get, like I said, highly recommend this, and I am signing off as saying that this is definitely something that I would love to see more of. That's really all I have to say for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Joker is out.
Thank you for stopping by the Velvet Room. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can keep up with Velvet Room Publishing, and go to velvetroompublishing.com if you want to go even deeper into the Velvet Room.